Enthusiasm is not neutral. I wrote a piece on my Substack recently called On Feral Enthusiasm. Go check it out, tadhargrave.substack.com. Enthusiasm is not a neutral thing. The trouble with enthusiasm when it's put in the wrong place is it creates pressure. We don't intend it to. We don't mean it that way, but that is the consequence of it. Enthusiasm can land for people as a kind of force that they need to either submit to or rebel against. Where enthusiasm belongs is when you're sharing your philosophy and your point of view, making the case for an approach to something. Where it absolutely does not belong is in the pitch, when you're describing your products and services and making the case for them. I've seen so many times where people blow it by being too enthusiastic at that point. When they show up into a space with a little too much energy that's a little too forceful. And when you talk to them later, they say, I was just being enthusiastic. But notice the word just. Just it. As a word, it has a consequence of minimalizing whatever follows it. It is a dismisser of consequence of whatever comes after. So I was just being enthusiastic. So being enthusiastic doesn't have any consequence. It really does. Women can tell you this when a man's a little too enthusiastic on a first date. Men could tell you the same in a different way. If you're a hub and somebody's a little too enthusiastic about you promoting them, if somebody wants you to be involved in their project and they're pushing just a little too much, you see what I'm saying? Somebody joins a workshop of yours and they're just a little too enthusiastic in their participation in the workshop and they won't shut up. They take up all the space. They raise their hand for every single question and they won't let anyone else get a word in edgewise. And then they'll say, but I was just being enthusiastic. There's no just there. Enthusiasm is a beautiful thing and it has its place, but finding the right place for it, that's the thing. Anyways, I wrote a lot more about this on my Substack full of wild and true stories, which you can read there. But I'd love to hear your thoughts on your wranglings with and encounters with a kind of feral, untethered enthusiasm and the consequence it's had. I'd love to hear in the comments below.